And we are underway. Arsenal have had plenty of joy at this stadium.
That when you're playing against such a big midfield against Arsenal.
Rose steps out to clear the cross from Olivia Smith, but it's one back, and Caldentey have touches in the attacking third. Asagawa dinks it over to her international teammate, and Fujino couldn't find the connection. That would have been a beautiful goal.
What a great idea. Here, just lovely ball in from Blinkilla-Brown as well. And you can see that Asagawa looks up, you think...
Cut out well. And then did Kerstin Casparij take down Olivia Smith? Their referee happy that that was a shoulder to shoulder. She will blow the whistle to check that Smith is okay. And that was a moment where the referee had to make a call, and she gave it the way of Manchester City. Between her and Bunny Shaw. Now she feeds Olivia Smith. Russo busting to get into the penalty area. And Yamashita is there to collect. But Arsenal looking pretty rapid on the transition, Emma. Here is Caitlin Ford again. Arsenal getting a lot of time in those wide areas. Still going Ford. Blocked by Jade Rose in the end.
She's so good at that as well, getting on the ball and dribbling. And once she gets into the... there's a counter to get them in transitions. So obviously, you know, you have to be pragmatic with that counter-attacking style football as well, because it is the way to get at Arsenal.
Happy winning that battle with Olivia Smith, and then catching the Canadian afterwards in that challenge. She's had a few heavy blows already, Olivia Smith. Fox did well, they didn't want to give.
Are a little bit cautious, but here they are on the break now.
Miedemar feeds Fujino up against Catley. And it's a good block by the Australian, but she concedes the corner.
Well, it's those moments, isn't it, that City have to pounce on. We've seen Fujino score. Greenwood's got an excellent delivery.
Here comes that delivery towards Bunny Shaw, who gets the header down into the ground, though. Behind for a goal kick. Frustration etched on her face.
Oh, that's Arsenal's warning right there. Into the back post, and Ford
comes through to Smith. Palova. Forced wide to Mariona Caldentey, whose ball across is an inaccurate one.
Oh, that would have been some goal. Absolutely brilliant build-up play from Arsenal, right from back to front. Lovely combinations in mid.
It's poorly given away, and Miedemar drags the shot well wide of target.
Every time she gets on the ball and gets it, that's a better name. That's a better name for a bunny target.
In it comes, and it's off the post. Daphne van Domselaar. I thought she was fouled there. Fujino, Byron, that was actually close for Manchester City. Hangs the cross up back post. Met by Miedemar off the woodwork. Clinton on the follow-up. Behind for a corner.
Really nervy stuff. Again, giving the ball away from Arsenal. Gino does really well here. It's a good decision not to cross it, to take another touch. It's a great ball stood up at the back post. And Van Domselaar does well to keep that one out. And then, absolutely.
Good combination play. Slid into Ford, who gets the shot off straight. Yamashita flag up anyway for offside, but a delicate through ball from Victoria Palova.
Yeah, she just waited on it too long, Palova. And in the end, Caitlin Ford.
Asagawa with the neat pass, and it slid through to Bunny Shaw. Out comes Daphne van Domselaar. Good goalkeeping.
It is good, because it was very, very close to Bunny Shaw. And Van Domselaar makes a decision, and she keeps going along, but that's not their style either. They're not used to that.
Olivia Smith in behind, her ball across. Flicked on by the gloves of Yamashita. Ford keeps it alive. Back across goal, and Arsenal corner. Katie McCabe to deliver. It's an in-swinger, met by Bunny Shaw, and free kick given against Arsenal for the foul on the goalkeeper. She can provide that on her day. Finds Casparij. Ball across, met by Bunny Shaw, who heads it in to give Manchester City the lead. And there is the moment of quality this game needed. Manchester City 1, Arsenal 0.
And it's so similar to goals we've seen before from City. Kerstin Casparij on that right-hand side.
Through to Bunny Shaw. Round Van Domselaar, the flag is up.
Great ball from Miedema here. Look at all the space she has in there. And she's a knee offside.
Forward ball this time, picks out Casparij. Squares it to Bunny Shaw. Sits down the defender and the goalkeeper. Casparij finishes.
She's offside. I don't know why Casparij passed that there. She passed it forward. She should have just went on herself.
Referee explaining that to Bunny Shaw. 2 minutes of injury time. City players coming forward for Gino. Casparij getting into the penalty area. Breaks for Gino, and she struck that with some venom, but it was always rising.
She's having a good game for Gino. Keeping her width there. She does well.
And the goal scorer, Bunny Shaw, gets us back underway then. Good first half.
Turn around, of course they have, but they need to do a lot better than they've done in the first 45.
Here Arsenal come. Fox finds Caldentey, who finds the back of the net. Arsenal are level. Not even a minute into the second half. Those Arsenal fans would have wanted a reaction from their side, and they've got it. Manchester City 1, Arsenal 1.
And again, it just looks so easy for Arsenal here. It's Pelova.
It's around her in the end. And the chance comes to nothing. Bunny Shaw down again, referee. Clearly demonstrating that she's worried. It's ahead. Pressing for City's ever present since her WSL debut. Ball looking for Miedema, runs all the way through to Boy. Here's Smith. Into Russo. Brought it into her path well initially, but then almost got it trapped underneath her. Another chance for us. Nice pass there from Fox to Smith. Here is Olivia Smith. Fires it well over Alessia Russo, and not working out for Olivia Smith in terms of the... Lays it off to Miedema. She pokes it to the substitute Beney, who gets the effort off, and it's the side netting. Straight into the action though.
Bunny Shaw on the ball, just can't stop her. That power. Vivian Miedema very unselfishly passing.
City caused problems from set pieces in the first half. Here's another one. Bunny Shaw meets it. Save by Van Domselaar, but it trickles over the line. And Manchester City are back in front. Bunny Shaw with the initial header. Van Domselaar did well to save it, but she could only cushion it down.
Well, we said it at the start that City are going to use set pieces in force, and that's exactly what they've done. Look at the play.
Wahhabi in space. Her delivery's a good one, met by Bunny Shaw and pushed out by Daphne Van Domselaar. Arsenal on the ropes here.
What a save. It's a great save.
Wonderful ball to find Iman Beney. Not closed down. Beney. Her ball across is a good one, cleared by Fox. They lead though. And that, a little naive from Blinkiller-Brown, gives Arsenal the opportunity for a free kick from a... Here is Katie McCabe, lifted in, flicked on by Russo. All Arsenal these last couple of minutes. Fox's delivery.
Wide, get in the box.
McCabe's delivery takes a nick off the one back by Caldentey. Here's Beth Mead. She'll go from range and spilled by Yamashita, but got to it on the second attempt.
Really good from Beth.
Given away though. Here is Stina Blackstenius. And she can't poke it past Yamashita. First big chance for Blackstenius is coming on and she can't take it.
Great save from Yamashita. She does really well. And you're just expecting Blackstenius to score from here. She's trying to open up and play across.
For Arsenal. Casparij tries to pick out Bunny Shaw and nearly did.
Against such an experienced midfield, but she's held her own.
Here's Bunny Shaw. Breaks again for the Jamaican. And the shot straight at Van Domsela stings the palms of the Arsenal goalkeeper. And it's Arsenal who need a goal, but it's City who look more... Mead finds Blackstenius. Swedish forward gets it out of her feet and blazes it over.
I don't think either team have particularly played that well today.
Mornham into Blackstenius. Here's Chloe Kelly. Goes for range and wow! It had to be her! Against her former side, she points to the badge. She's got Arsenal back in this one. Manchester City 2, Arsenal 2.
Look at her.
She's got another one here. Here she is again. Again, goes from range, and this time can't find the target.
We were just speaking about the impact of the subs and the lack of, but it only takes 1 second.
Mornham takes it in turns. Gets the strike across, but it was a tame effort.
What a chance! What a turn! Moving Moy's ball into...
Lays it back to Beney. Breaks for the substitute!